The other story that we've been following, not quite as serious, but still a cause for concern in a neighborhood in Monroeville tonight, where the Game Commission has been trying to trap a black bear that continues to elude them.
Yep, the bear has eaten a lot of donuts so far. Seems to be enjoying himself. John Shumway is there live right now. John, what's the latest? What can you tell us?
Yeah, this bear is obviously proven to be extremely elusive, as you all have been watching along with us. And right now, he's just around to the left-hand side. He actually scared himself. He went into the trap for probably a half dozen times he's been in there. The last time in, there is a plate that you have to put pressure on in order to close the door. He did that. He actually touched it. We saw the door move just a little bit. It scared him because it moved under his feet, and he jumped out before he actually put enough weight on it to close the trap. The bear is just to the left of the camera behind the bushes at the moment. But while it's been fascinating to watch this whole process and watch this bear take down about 1.5 dozen donuts so far, the fact is the Game Commission says this is pretty serious business.
Only about 1.5 years old, this black bear has been enjoying the last few days amidst the woods, the tree-shrouded homes, and the people on Taylor Street.
We're concerned about people's safety, but also the bear's safety as well.
The Game Commission's Dan Puhala says this bear has gotten way too comfortable here.
He's pretty cool. He doesn't bother nobody. He just comes and eats.
It appears that people are intentionally feeding this bear, which is illegal in Pennsylvania, to intentionally feed black bears.
What's he like?
Marshmallows, sweets. Milk duds are pretty funny watching him eat. It gets stuck to his mouth and he sits there and...
That is just a absolutely not good idea. This is still a wild animal. It's a very large wild animal. Typically they do not go after people, but any wild animal has the potential to injure somebody.
Puhala says this bear appears to be getting much more assertive.
Had a report of that bear possibly attempting to get in a house here. That's a real game changer for us.
Puhala says the fact that there would be a black bear in Monroeville is no surprise.
There are bears seen in the Plum area and through Penn Hills over to this area. It's been an ongoing thing for the past 10 years or so.
With each sighting in our region, Puhala says people are getting dangerously bold. Selfies with wildlife have become a thing.
People need to make sure they keep a safe distance, a very good buffer zone, and do not feed this bear, and do not try to get close to it to take pictures.
If you do have a surprise encounter with a bear,
don't run from a bear. Try not to turn your back to a bear. The safest thing to do is just to slowly back away from it and give it a safe distance if you happen to get too close.
And just moments ago, the bear actually came back out and is now inside the trap. He's worked his nerve back up to go back inside the trap. Most of the donuts that are left, well, he can eat them all now because now he is trapped. You saw it happen live. He went in far enough to hit a plate in the bottom of the trap. That plate actually releases the door and it closes. Now what happens? Dan Puhala from the Game Commission will actually process the bear. They'll tag the bear and it'll be moved to either Somerset or Indiana County. They haven't decided exactly where yet. Probably either tonight or tomorrow morning, where it will be released back out into the wild full of donuts. Live in Monroeville, John Shumway, KDK TV News.
John,
all right, John.
There's a cheer here in the studio.
Yep.
We're delighted to see that happen. If you could just explain again, what did the bear do exactly this time that he did not do in his previous forays into the trap?
Well, that's actually pretty simple. As each time he went into the trap, he built up his confidence a little bit more. And they put most of the donuts, and that's Dan Puhala from the Game Commission going down to make sure that door doesn't reopen. They put most of the donuts way up in the front of the trap. And there are a few as you're going through the trap. So he went in and kind of sampled, if you will, the donuts as he went. And then there is a plate that I'm understanding is about 1.5 feet wide and about 1 foot long. And once he steps on that, that's what sets off the door. But he's got a pretty long neck. So initially he was able to reach a lot of those donuts on the other side of it. But then it finally got the best of him. He couldn't stand not getting the rest of the donuts. He walked in, stepped on the plate, and, well, you saw it. The rest is history.
Yeah, John, what we were able to see and you were able to watch there while your package was running was the fact that bear could smell those donuts through those vents inside there. And I think the temptation just got the best of him.
Yeah, a little bit earlier, actually, before he went in the first time, he walked all the way around this trap. He smelled every hole on there trying to figure out how to get to those donuts. And if you look on the very front of the trap, you can see an area that's actually a very porous material that they can smell the donuts through that. They can't get to them there, but they can smell it through it, and as a result, it entices them to come back around and go inside. And yeah, I'm told that the sense of smell on a bear is absolutely phenomenal, and what actually got him up the hill in the first place were those donuts. He was down the hill about 100 yards, right around 4:15, 4:30, making his way up the hill because he smelled the donuts.
You know, John, when it looked earlier like this bear was too savvy to get caught, was there any discussion of trying to shoot the bear with a tranquilizer?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Dan Puhala from the Game Commission, who you saw in the piece, who's behind the camera, was at his vehicle getting a tranquilizer dart out. He decided he'd had enough of watching this bear rob him of all of his donuts, so he was going to dart him and was preparing to do that, but the bear did the work for him instead.
All right, now that you say they're going to tag him and then take him somewhere else where he'll have it more enjoyable in the regular woods.
Yeah, Somerset or Indiana County, that's still to be determined exactly where he's headed.
Well, let's hope they have donuts there as well. All right, John. Thank you. John Shumway reporting live.
What's